Hello there. Today I've got some deep light watercolours that arrived. Well, they arrived yesterday, actually, but I didn't have time to swatch them out. So these are Eloni's Spring Garden, and they're the night garden set. So there's a day one and a night one. This night garden set comes with 8 half pans, and I'm going to be swatching them out today. As usual, the ladies at Deep Light have been very kind and they've sent some colour dots. Some of them were colours I'd already got, so I've popped them. This is my Deep Light tins that I keep full of colour dots. So I've got a couple of them. Let's get you up the right way. And I do use those. I use them up because they're very precious paints. So once I've swatched these new colour dots that I've never had before, I will add them to my collection. So we will do the colour dots at the end, but we're going to start off with these 8 Eloni's Spring Garden, and it's the night garden set. And I'm just going to add a touch of water to each one of these, which is what they suggest. They always pop a little piece of paper in with the tin of watercolors and say to you to just pre-wet them a little bit before you start. So I'm going to do that, and we're going to start off with cowslip, which is this yellow. So let's have a little go with that one. It looks very pretty. So let's see what cowslips looks like. Oh, it is a pretty yellow. Just let that water out a bit, like so. So that's our cowslips. And then we've got mint. So let's try mint. And it certainly looks minty. Here we go. Here is our mint. Just let that water down a little bit too. You might not be able to see that so much on the screen at the minute, but you will when I hold it up. Then we've got river. So here's river. I haven't given myself much space, have I? That'll be fine. Which is beautiful. What have we got next? Fly. This looks like a lovely warm neutral. Oh, and wow, that is very granulating. That's pretty. There we have fly. What have we got next? Cherry blossom. I've been wanting this cherry blossom for quite some time. It was out of stock for a long while. Oh, that is delicious. Then we've got rose ashes. which is just stunning. Cherry blossom and rose ashes go beautifully together. Let that run down a bit. What have we got next? Router's Dream, which I have got already. In fact, some of these I do have already, but I wanted spares for when I run out. Very pretty. And then finally, we have Night Raspberry. Oh, wow. Oh, that is gorgeous. Wow. Right, I'm going to let them dry and then I will bring them up. I'm just going to move this over a bit to make it a little bit easier for me. Let us get these dots out. There we go. There's our little bit of paper telling us to remember to just give them some water or using. So let's pop a little bit of water on these dots. There we go. And we will start with Meadow Green. Which I haven't got. That is very pretty. Next we have got Cranberry. In fact, I've never come across a colour I don't like with deep light. I've loved every colour I've purchased, and there are lots of dots that I like. But like with most, when it comes to handmade paints, you can't always, the ones that you want aren't always available. So you have to be patient and wait. Rose Hip, that's our next one, which sounds lovely. Oh, I'm liking Rose Hip. It's reminding me of a vermilion. Oh, that's beautiful. I like that one. Then we've got Asphalt, which is like the stuff that's on garden shed roofs. Asphalt. I need a bit more water. Okay, let's have a go. Oh, now that's got other colours going on in it, I think, as well. Pretty. What is next? Prickly Pear. Prickly Pear. It's a pretty green. There we go. There is our Prickly Pear. And last but by no means least, we have one that's called Bramble. Oh, this looks like it's going to be really interesting. Oh yes, that is rather lovely. Okay, first of all, I need to get these dried so that we can see what they look like dry. Right, let me bring these up closer for you to see. Cowslip, mint, which is very delicate, river, then hopefully you can see the granulation in fly, cherry blossom, rose ashes has some lovely granulation going on. Router's Dream, if you look at that one carefully, has got two colours going on in there and very granulated. And Night Raspberry is just a stunning colour. And then these are the colour dots. So we've got meadow green, cranberry, I mean rose hip just sings, asphalt, prickly pear, and bramble. So I think they are all rather gorgeous. On screen, that's looking browner than green, but in reality, that's more green. I wonder if it changes if I turn my light off for you. No, it doesn't really make much difference, does it? Don't know if that's better or that's better. Anyway, let us maybe do a little bit of what I call my colour mixing, like I usually do, to just see what happens when we pop some of these together, because they are a set. Let's move that up. There we go. So let's start with a bit of cowslip, and we'll pop some of that down. And while I'm at it, I'll be adding this to my big set already, so I'm just going to swatch that on there. There we go. So I've added a little bit of cowslip. Let's get our mint in there. River. And a little bit of fly. You can actually feel that fly is quite grainy. It's got those lovely little granules in it, beautifully granulating. Okay, a little bit of cherry blossom. Some rose ashes we'll get in there. Rose ashes is very stunning up against the cherry blossom and the river. Router's Dream. Which is yet again, well, it always is stunning. And Night Raspberry. So I'm just throwing it all in there basically. Night Raspberry is delicious. Wow. So I'm just going to let that dry whilst I quickly fill in my swatch card. Says that I've got everything where it should be. So I had actually already got some of these colours. You will probably, maybe you can't see, but I had already got some, but I was quite happy to buy them again because I love those colours and I don't want to run out of them. So that's my swatch card over there drying. Right, let's see what we can do that's fun with these colour dots then. What do we like? What would we put together? We've got a bit of the meadow green, which I think will go really nicely with rosehip. I like those two colours together. Let's put a little bit of bramble in there. I'm not saying these colours would go together, but I'm just seeing what happens. This is our asphalt. What haven't we used? Prickly pear. Which is a deep green. Cranberry. We didn't use cranberry. Cranberry goes very nice with prickly pear. I like meadow with the rose hip. I think those two go quite nicely together. So I like those. Well, actually, I need to dry them because they're a bit too shiny and wet, aren't they? Right, back in a tick. Okay, we have dried these, and I think that definitely looks like a night garden, doesn't it? Maybe there's a bit too much dark in there, but yeah, if you were doing a painting, you could adjust that. And I think these are quite interesting. I think prickly pear and meadow are kind of merged in together a little bit there. But I do love the rosehip particularly, and cranberry is very nice as well. I like bramble. Yeah, and maybe prickly pear. So there's some more there that I will be looking out for. So there we go. That's them swatched out. And now I thought that we could maybe use the night garden set and come up with one of my little squares just to play. So I've clipped that together and we need a background. So I'm going to start with mint. I'm going to put some mint down. We'll get some water on here so that they merge and mingle a bit. Okay. Mint is very pale, but quite nice as a little backdrop, I think. So we've got some mint in there. I think next we will add, what should we add? Cowslip. Let's add cowslip. And these could be some lovely yellow flowers that are peeking out in the sunlight, possibly. So we'll get some yellow down. And then we'll have a bit of the river, because I will be using things on top of this. This is my background. So we're going to get some of that in here, and I want more down the bottom. And we will see if we can get some kind of a midnight garden going on. Let's add a bit of Router's Dream. Which is a slightly less blue green. And we'll just let that be watered down a bit for in the background there. That's now quite runny. What I want to do is see if we can splat some of this cherry blossom, which is so pretty, together with, let's add a little bit of rose ashes, which I'm just going to splat again to get some deeper flowers in there, particularly down the bottom. And then right at the bottom, I'm going to get some of this night raspberry splatted. Right, we need that to dry. Let's pop them all over that side before. Oh, that's looking like one great big beautiful flower to me. I think I might just add a bit more of the pink in there, like so. Right, ooh, dirty fingers. Let us allow that to dry, and I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, this is just about dry now, and I'm hoping that you can see how those colours have merged really nicely. In fact, there is still a little bit of a wet bit there, but I'm going to carry on. And I've pulled out some coloured pencils. So what have we got here? We've got a Derwent Artist in light violet. We've got a Caran d'Ache Luminance in, oh, what is this? Something purple. Anyway, it's number 115. Then I have got Crimson Aubergine in Luminance, a Derwent Light Fast in Banana, and a Luminance in dark phthalo green. So got a little bit of a mixture of coloured pencils, and I'm going to use those to bring out what's going on here. And I want to add a bit of the green there, as if there's a stalk or a stem for my flower that's coming out. And then I want to, oh, that goes really nicely over there, look. I want to get a little bit of an outline of this flower, which I think we might need some of it to be darker. Yeah. So I'm just going to bring it down some lines here. I'm just working with what I can see, really, so as that we give the impression of this ruffly flower. And what I might do is use my pencil to just bring out some of that colour there. But I think that that is a rather pretty, great big flower that we've got there. And then here, shall we use this crimson aubergine? And perhaps what we will do is we will get these little, I don't know, they could be little thistles maybe. We don't really mind what they are, but we can get some of those in. And then with our green, we can bring some of those down. And we can give the impression that there are a few more there. So I'm just bringing those in. And then we've got these very pretty yellow bursts. I want to highlight a little bit more just by making them into, I don't know, something, or a few of them into something anyway. And with our green, we can give the idea that there's some stems coming down for those. So we've got those yellow ones and those purple ones. Then I think we'll move to our lilac. Is it lilac? Light violet, sorry. Just to add some more definition to these. Just so pretty. And I'm not going to do them all, but we just want maybe some stems coming down these as well. And I'm not going to bother with those over there because they're further in the distance. But I think also right at the bottom of this one, I need to, whoops, I've come off the, I Need to lighten that a little bit there, just to give a bit more contrast in this one. Like so. Excellent. Do we want to do anything else to this? If I bring this up, you can possibly see what I've done here. And I've just worked with what's there. Leaves. We need leaves. Yes. So perhaps we can have... Oh, wrong colour. Never mind. We will go over that one if we can. And maybe just get a few leaves in here. To add let's make that darker, I think. We are talking about a midnight garden, aren't we? So I've added just a few leaves in. That's still drying. Right, let me dry that off completely, and then we will see if there's anything else that we need to add. Right, that is now dry, and I think I will make that into a flower because it's looking quite dark. So I think we will go back to this light violet colour that's working really well here. And where's my green gone? There you are. Because we need to get a bit of a stem there. And we will make that one into a flower as well. Do we need anything else? Will we spoil it if we add some white? Let's just see what happens if I just add, not everywhere. Oh yes, that's better. And I think we will add to that ruffly bit round the edge there. This is a Uniball Signo, broad white, and I'm just thinking that that kind of highlights that flower there a little bit better. I'm really going as lightly as I can just to give to break that up a little bit. I might do the same on this one actually. Like so. So I think that has definitely helped a little bit. Do I want to do something with that leaf down there? It's not showing up terribly well. Let us find something interesting. Maybe we could go with, nope, not that one. Where are you? Liquid chrome. What is this? This is a Molotov liquid chrome mirror effect, and it's silver. And I'm thinking that I just want this one leaf down here. There we go, one leaf down there. And perhaps we'll just put a few little dots here and there. Mystical, magical, midnight garden. Okay, let us bring that up. And you can see that, I mean, they could be little fireflies, they could be anything really. But there we go. That's not with anything in mind particularly. I'm making something out of nothing, I suppose. I think I prefer this side. So if I was to do this again, I would probably not have the big flowers in there. I'd probably just have it like this. But that's the whole point of using sketchbooks and playing. And from that, we can then learn and do something else. So there we go. That's our deep, deep light. And it was called Eloni's Spring Garden. This is the Night Garden set of 8 colours. And there's my kind of abstract night garden. So I absolutely adore deep, deep light colours. They're all my own. I've purchased them all myself. I'm really thrilled to bits that I'm able to build up my collection a little bit more. Yeah. So that's it for today. Take care. Look out for some more videos. I'm trying to do lots of different things. So stay with me if you can. Subscribe if you can. It costs nothing. It's free. And I'll see you next time.